Oh, sorry.
All right.
I'll put myself in timeout. I'll be right.
Jar Jar hasn't said a word.
Slip on your,
Jar Jar hasn't said a word since coming back. Jar Jar's just in shock.
Jar Jar's gonna go cry to
Obi-Wan. Said anything. He's just sitting there looking at the screen.
Right.
Being like, Max, how can you do this?
Jar Jar was to apologize to Bruce for how it sounds.
Who cares? We're back.
Who cares? Who cares? I got 12 viewers, Brian. We need every viewer.
Oh, I need
we need every gun.
I need to actually like the stream. Hang on a second.
Oh my dear Lord!
We need to get the guns to watch with us.
Oh,
I'm like kind of good, honestly.
Let's go.
I want to grow the channel.
Oh blah dee, oh blah da. Life goes on.
What's the next rumor or whatever?
Doomcock. That's
there. You've got 22 likes. That's 10 more than people watching right now.
39 minutes.
Oh. We're not watching the whole thing.
It's a long video.
I was going to watch Echo
You watched the whole thing, Walter?
I was going to watch Echo Base's shorter video.
I feel bad for you, man.
Well, I had it on in the background.
But Voltaire made me.
Put Echo Base. At least you could get one of them on here, right?
Listen, if you... It's a
we got to get to the source.
I had it on in the background.
All right. Here we go. Wait, do I have the timestamp for this? I might as well. Lucifer
video.
Yeah, you came back for this, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Wow.
Greetings. At least he tries to be entertaining.
What?
I'm like some people around here.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Greetings, my friends. I want to tell you all about my new.
He has a wholesale pitch for another channel. You got to fast forward a bit.
Oh my lord. I'm already annoyed.
Disney? What does he do? What is this?
Cost to Disney
called the wide shot
between $9 and $27 billion. Disney is going to be so desperate for money when that bill comes due, they would not only be forced to sell some of their intellectual property, they would also be forced to sell off some of their corporate acquisitions, most likely Lucasfilm itself, and worse. This source believed that Disney would
and then they will have to sell their women
and even sell off some of their theme parks. My jaw dropped when I received this information. That was on Monday. Tuesday, I put out a video sharing everything that's
what? I put him at 3 times speed.
Is that Tidy Bowl, man?
It does
explosive claims from a news source blew my mind. Wow, this is violent. I don't like.
Yeah, but look at the time he took to make that thumbnail. You know,
I'm sure one of his viewers.
What is this? Who is this source that is in boardroom meetings? Knows everything.
What's called a walk-in source.
Holy crap!
He has a whole disclaimer saying this was just a walk-in source, so I can't verify. But the information.
Walk-in source.
Yeah,
walk-in
source.
Where?
Okay. Where's a walk-in source? You guys just walk and say, "Hey guys, you got any news for me?"
All right, hold on. He's talking about the sources.
To take what they say with more than merely a grain of salt, more like a teaspoon of salt, since they haven't been vetted by my
They haven't been vetted.
Oh, we're worrying about Doomcock's vetting.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
he didn't vet this one.
With spies.
Like the other ones.
Shortly without my video, I received word.
He said they might be spies.
Okay, Max, a little
Kamran
too fast.
Pasha.
Maybe slow it down just a tad.
Slow down just.
Oh, it's this
All
guy.
right.
Yeah, he's an insider.
He really looks high.
Oh, he's an insider, huh?
I think Pasha is Doomcock.
I've heard some
Kamran
wild
Pasha's
takes
source
from this guy.
Sparrow had contacted him and had independently confirmed that yes, indeed, Bob Iger had summoned Disney Legal into a meeting with one agenda, put together a package laying out what a sale of Lucasfilm would look like. But there's more, my friends, much more.
Yeah. They put together a sales package?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does that include Feige?
There's Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah. You get this.
Feige's not with Lucas.
Disney's going to do a spicy Kickstarter.
They're suggesting the disaster that is Indiana Jones Dial of Destiny is going to bring Lucasfilm back to George Lucas.
Walk-ins.
Lucas is retired. I mean, maybe if his kids were more interested in continuing like the
Didn't
stories.
he just have another child?
Yeah, what would he do with it? Like, were he just gonna take it back and like, no, it's mine.
Make
now.
more bad movies.
He wouldn't even. He wouldn't make more movies.
If he bought it back, if that was going to happen, I think he wouldn't make anything for a while and give it to his children. for when they
Oh my
grow up.
God.
Look at Jar Jar's latest
Here.
comment. I think this is accurate.
He gives
Isn't
this to
his
his children.
kids only
Start a YouTube
teenagers?
channel
Read
with
it,
Star
Max,
Wars.
in the Jar Jar voice.
George is buying Lucasfilm to bring the Misa back.
I don't know why that kills me.
Misa taking over Star Wars.
Oh God, just no.
The Misa
No.
Wars.
No.
Does it very well.
Misa
I have to
Wars.
give a lot of credit.
Make us Star Wars Jar Jar again.
Star Wars no longer doo doo.
Oh my God, I love that.
No. Just
No more doo doo stink.
Oh God. Just no.
That was a great impression. That's the only impression I can do.
It's very good, Max.
I
mean,
love
you
that.
could do a whole show as Jar Jar. Get a mask.
Yeah. That should be the
What
mail in.
you're about to hear
stuff to
is
say
a
in Jar Jar
conversation with
voice.
Kamran Pasha recorded last night
Oh
that
God!
will rock your
Thank you,
world.
thank you for recording it and rock our world, Doomcroc.
Don't walk
rock
my
it
world,
hard.
please.
Doomy Crockett.
There are easily 4 videos worth of rumors and information here because things are so desperate at Disney. The situation is volatile
Are
and
they
moving
now?
fast. The situation on the ground at
They're very
Lucasfilm is
desperate.
changing rapidly,
Yeah.
and you do not want to miss this video
They're
because the
eating
source codename
Oh,
microwavable
God.
Sparrow
meals.
He's still talking about the source 3 minutes in.
Get to the source.
The walk-in source.
has reason to believe that
Walking
the buyer
source.
for Lucasfilm may be George Lucas himself.
Whoa.
Whoa, George.
They are embracing. Yes.
Did
they
this
are-
walk-in source need to use the
they
bathroom
are
and they wouldn't let
embracing
him?
Mike Zero's level. Oh,
The walk-in source is just
So,
a
Can
homeless
we,
guy
can
wanting
we
to use the
pull up Mike
bathroom.
Zero to see if he's covering this from Doomcock?
So
George
so
Lucas.
for those of you who don't watch this channel like I do, so Doomcock has his walk-in source, and then he talks to Kamran Pasha, who has an inside source called Sparrow at Disney, and they both reported the same thing.
Whoa.
What is this?
What the hell is a walk-in source?
CGH, stop it.
He's
What
trying
the hell
to
is a
do
walk? What the hell is a walk? What the hell
As
is a
long as
walk-in
it's not
source?
A walk-in source is someone that
Dude,
needed
who
to
gave
use the
him the keys to
restroom.
the car,
Oh,
man?
I thought so. You don't need to show your like
Max.
rumor card.
Yeah, he just needs
No.
to tone it. The volume just needs
Okay.
is not as loud. That's all.
I
As
was
long as
just-
it's not
Quit
copyright.
playing around.
Well, he's trying to be funny.
Okay.
I like
The clip out though, you know.
Hey guys, I'm gonna walk into Marvel Studios and just go up to
Whatever
Kevin
you
Feige's
say,
office. But hey, Kevin Feige, got any rumors for me?
I don't
Yeah.
think Marvel has a walk-in source.
No, I don't think
They
so
walk
either.
in
They haven't figured
Doomcock
that
office.
out yet.
No,
Tony
it's
the
called
bagel guy?
it's called Scoopers with no names on Twitter.
No, it's the guy who delivers the bagels in the morning. He's the guy.
He overheard Iger yelling to the legal team, "Get it,
Hey,
team,
hey,
in
I
here to
delivered the
price out."
bagels. I delivered bagels straight to Kevin Feige,
Oh.
and I sneaked a look over the Marvel's plans.
Yeah.
Is Doomcock the first walking glory hole?
Capture
No.
What? What?
No.
What?
I'm very concerned
Because
about how
technically we
many
haven't
you
seen
men-
him walk. He just stands there.
I'm very concerned about the many times you've mentioned those certain holes. This cream.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that man walk,
I am
so he's just a
slightly
glory hole.
Wait, somebody said Krispy Kreme?
Oh God.
Hey, no, but I'm very curious about his
it jelly?
walk-in source.
Oh,
Do you
come-
have a
Operation.
reservation? Does he have
This
a
video
reservation?
is hilarious. I'm
What
telling you.
makes him a walk-in?
Like,
all right.
I'm
I
pretty.
gotta
You know,
say-
you know how some stores you can't use the restroom unless you buy something. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he has something like that. Like someone when you use the restroom,
Oh,
no,
it-
you have to
wait.
give me a
Maybe
rumor
it's
first.
easy.
Wait, he said it's a walk-in. So is it a pump and dump?
Oh my God! You made Anthony leave. Oh my God! Anthony left. He couldn't take the horrendous jokes.
He's gonna go be a walking source.
Oh.
Here is my conversation with Kamran Pasha as we compare notes and
You're
sources
making Doomcock look good with your.
with your walking.
regarding the incredible things we're hearing.
Let's compare
I
notes
was-
of the
I was
insider
trying
and
to
the
say
walking
that
source.
Isn't Cameron the guy that claims that he can mind read?
Maybe.
James
Why are you
Cameron?
You might be
doing the
crazy
video
enough.
show, CJ?
Not for
What's that got to do
nothing.
with this?
Any Doctor Who fans doesn't that like the set to a Doctor Who show?
Yeah.
Sure, it's a great set. Come on,
Oh,
give him credit.
please.
His production's pretty good.
Well, in YouTube standards, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a lot better
some
than what it
Marvel
once
movies.
was. I used to watch him back in the day. I mean,
Really?
I mean,
Yeah,
he has
yeah,
been
that's
grifting. So when he grifts,
I was
all
part
his
of the
gullible
Patreon and
people-
everything, dude.
Okay,
And when
I
he does
actually
the voices of
Did
his
you get
little
your money back?
characters, it makes me chuckle now and again.
His
Does the puppet
Sinatra's not
appear?
bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I
This
need
is
to know
prob-
about this walk-in process.
This is-
That's
the
it.
man-
That's
the
all I
man-
want to
the
know.
man-
I apologize, Anthony. It got so uncomfortable. Anthony left.
All right, well, that's too bad.
apologize.
Keep going.
Sorry.
This is puppet appear here.
Cameron, welcome to the show, my friend.
Well, thank you so much, Doomcock. You know, and I was saying to you before
Now,
we were
pause
live.
it for 1 second, please pause it. So,
Thank you, Doomcock.
Cameron, I can tell Cameron. I will give him credit. He does. This looks like just from outside his window. He does live in Santa Monica or something like that. So he is in Hollywood.
I
Or
guess.
Well, this is Santa Monica. He's
This
living in
house
an
is a
apartment in
mess.
Santa Monica.
No, not for long. Look, the chairs are upside down. He's moving. He's getting out.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
looks like a mess. This is a mess. He usually doesn't have this angle. He usually has the angle only behind him at that window to his right there.
It looks like grandma's house, honestly.
Yeah, he's living with his parents potentially. That's true. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Well,
that furniture is so outdated.
Yeah, that picture up there, that's a grandma
guess-
picture. That's
I
not
guess
like,
he knows-
like what isn't he a movie guy?
He
Where's the
very
movie
well could be
posters?
living in a rent-controlled
Where-
apartment for his
where-
grandmother in Santa Monica.
You
Where
know,
are
I
the movie
guess-
posters, movie guy?
Mm-hmm.
you know, they say go woke, go broke. I guess it's really opposite.
Oh, Jesus, man.
This is now, I believe, the fourth time in the last 6 weeks
You know
that
why
you and
I
I
don't
have
like
had
doing
coordinated
these?
intel dumps. Literally,
What?
Because nobody can. Nobody on these streams has any room to talk about like anybody's status in life, looks, or anything. So it's like I just kind of
I'm not commenting on.
Yeah,
it.
I didn't mean
Oh,
to.
it's-
I just
it's-
meant
He
I
lives in Santa
I
Monica.
did a slight joke that the chair's upside on the table that he might be moving. So it was a joke.
I can.
Okay, I'm just saying, like
I mean, he's
watch
not doing
what you
so.
say,
No,
'cause it's
Brian
like,
makes a good
dude,
point. Making those kind of attacks. is
Yeah, I
unfair.
don't.
I know.
First
Let's
off,
say-
it
let's
goes
not
to
the
show you don't have an argument against what they have to say. Okay,
Right.
so if you're sitting there saying, "Oh well, yeah, they're just stupid and ugly," okay,
He's
that-
fat and bald. Screw
what's
him,
your
whatever.
argument?
Well, no one
there?
said that.
Who said that?
No, I'm
No, but like making like insulting comments.
just now.
What's the insult?
Or
It was it
have
was
I
an
heard this every
observation.
time we talk about these guys?
I
The
don't think I've
only
ever made that
reason I'm
comment.
covering it today, Brian, is
I've heard
because
people
they
talk
went.
about
They
lighting
went.
fire to Gary's hair. So
No, I didn't. I don't.
What?
Yeah, that wasn't
crazy
around here.
Joe. Yeah,
All right,
was.
let's
Crazy.
elevate our
No, the
criticism.
only reason I'm doing this is the,
Yeah,
the
let's elevate it. Let's look
the
at his stupid face.
ludicrousness of saying that George Lucas is going to buy Star Wars again.
No, that is dumb. Okay, don't
yes,
get me wrong.
that's the only reason we're. And
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Keep
let's
it
calm
back
down
to
the
the
personal
subject
but
matter and
let's-
nothing personal.
yeah,
Because I
but
feel like people are going personal.
that's good direction. But also, let's make this entertaining as well. Let's go.
He is in
Is-
Santa Monica though,
okay,
and that's not
let's-
an insult. I
Yeah,
mean,
No, that's
let's
good.
Let's
That's
see what
cool.
he's going to do better than we will do just by talking. So let's let him.
on the same day and really within the same hour that we put out information. Because when I put my information out, within seconds of me putting it out, people are like, hey, Doomcock just posted a video. And it parallels what you're saying.
Oh,
this is what I love.
what? He
There's-
put out a video,
Yeah,
and
he's got a,
Doomcock just said it, and they did not collaborate whatsoever.
for his Patreon members. And they're like, "Oh my God, our sources say the same thing! What a surprise!"
Oh, come on! You have the same sources.
No, they don't. It's a coincidence. I'm telling you.
Oh
It's
my god!
it's just verification.
Wow!
The
It just
walk-in.
happens, Doomcroc, that you made a video right when I did my Patreon exclusive. Wow. Okay.
This is the fourth time now in about 6 or 7 weeks.
4 times.
Oh, it's a quiz 4 times, guys.
Fourth time, what happened? That they had
So
the
is he
same
getting
story.
mad at him or
Like they
whatever?
both
Is that
released a
what's
separate
happening here?
story, and it turns out that their sources are consistent.
I need someone to
Wait.
give me this image for the thumbnail.
But has it been proven right, or is just we have the same?
Well, meaning they have
releasing
two
the
different sources, and they're both saying the same thing. So
Oh,
it must be true then.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hear from scoopers on Twitter all the time. Somebody says scoops this, and all of a
All
sudden a bunch
right,
of
don't
scoopers
highlight that.
collaborated.
Don't Yeah. That's funny. We are on the same wavelength, Doomcroc, and we're not even
Oh,
talking
yeah,
to each
bro.
other until we grift. It just
It's aliens.
yeah.
That's
Bill-
happened. And each time that intel has proven to be accurate, as far as we can tell, based on the information we're getting.
As far as we can tell.
Oh
This is probably the biggest story that my source Sparrow has brought to my attention, and it's really wonderful that and I know you have completely independent sources, and this one was a walk-in apparently.
Oh my god!
What is a walk-in? Is it like a haircut?
It's a walk-in.
How does this guy work in Hollywood and know what's a walk-in?
I just walked in.
So I can explain the Doomcock phenomenon.
I mean,
Oh
did
my
he walk to the center of the earth to go see Doomcock?
He has.
It sounds like
sources.
breaking and entering.
He has
Go in,
sources that
go
he
in and tell him
regularly-
something.
Yeah, he regularly gets, but sometimes people like Doomcock so much and they know he's a good information, they go to him without his solicitation. So they're random sources. And walk-in is they walk into the Doomcock offices, he calls it.
The Doomcock lair?
The Doomcock offices.
The center of the earth? How did they get down there? That's my question.
I thought the office is above
And I
Earth.
thought
That's
Harvey
space.
Cthulhu was supposed to block the doors.
I think it's
Like,
figurative, and he means like they reach
his,
out to him.
his character is just falling apart, okay? Bad writing, I tell you. Bad writing.
I think
Oh.
Cameron
I need to get in that room.
hasn't got a job in Hollywood. I'm not dogging on him because he's obviously said that himself. He thinks he's been blacklisted. So he's writing this whole
Well, this ain't
scenario.
helping him.
He's writing for these YouTubers. That's what I think he's
This
doing.
ain't helping him get a job.
I think he did make a video with Doomcock saying how he wanted to write for Ms. Marvel and he had an in, but they cut him at the last second, and he thinks it's because he makes these videos.
Well, of course it is. I mean, if it was accurate, why would you hire
You know,
this guy? If he
why would I
talks
hire
to
somebody who
Doomcock?
makes lies? And it's
Well,
Wait,
no,
what,
I
would,
mean,
what were they even
Why
going to
would I
hire him for?
It's going to disparage my company. Like,
yeah,
that's-
I don't do guilt.
What were they
I don't
gonna hire
do
him
guilt
for?
by
Well,
association.
as a writer, he's a writer, and
Oh, he's a writer?
Yeah,
I
he
don't
has
do
his
guilt-
page. Part of his Patreon is teaching you how to screenwrite and that kind of thing.
I do.
Oh.
I don't.
Don't ask
do
me how
guilt-
I know.
I don't do guilt by association. But if I own a business and you're collaborating, just like Gina Carano, I didn't want her to be fired. I'd like them to hire her back. But if she is constantly, or he's constantly with these people that just make up shit and attack and attack and attack and attack and attack, why would you hire them?
exactly.
It's
Why?
bad press right off the bat. No. Why would you hire this man in Hollywood right now that is constantly talking to a giant peen head? Right. Why? Why would
It's
you
not a good career decision. I agree
Advice:
with
is he feature writers?
What
Is
am
he
I?
feature writers?
What are you saying, Brian?
I said Max. What
Yeah.
good?
Yeah, why would you talk? Why would you hire him when that's where? What are you doing now, Cameron? Well, I've been talking on Overlord DVD from his secret lair, and we talked about Lucas wanting to find. No one's gonna hire. Like, I want him. Fine, get your job. But all right, let's get back to this.
Kyle Elliott.
Yes, it was a walk-in source, which I normally am fairly suspicious about, but it was
He's suspicious of his sources. Okay.
He was dressed weird.
so detailed.
Some
and
walk-ins
it
are
does
funny,
so
okay?
much with published
Some
facts
walk-ins are funny.
and other rumors that I had received as well, that I decided to go ahead and just present the entire post verbatim. But this is what
Wow.
the
I'm
source
not,
said
I'm
verbatim,
not
just
going much more. I'm doing like a minute or two more. I'll do after Cameron talks next. That's it.
so we can get on the same page here, Cameron. And then I want to ask you about what Sparrow said. This is what they said, quote, Disney has to pay Comcast. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. All that's up for debate is how much they will have to pay and when it's due. Considering that the Walt Disney Corporation currently has, at best, $200 million in liquid assets, they're going to have to lay off even more people and sell even more shit. Not just their Paris and Shanghai parks. They might even have to sell one of their U.S. parks in part or in full, along with
They're not gonna sell. Listen.
You guy's an idiot.
Okay. Don't do.
Doomcock.
First of
Doomcock.
all,
All right.
200
That
million
might be the
liquid
case,
assets.
but
Yeah, first 200 million liquid assets.
That's bullshit.
That sounds really light.
They
Really
Disney
light.
is
saying I've heard a lot of
never-
dumb shit on this show.
Disney is never going to get rid of its IP until the last resort. They will get rid of
The parks.
people. They'll get
They
rid
would-
of people before
they
they get
would-
rid of assets.
They would give up Marvel Studios. They would give up Lucasfilms. They would give up their over the parks any day because the parks makes them the most money.
Yeah, well, but they're never going to get rid of IP or parks.
I know that's true. That's true.
They'll lay off people. They'll get
That's
rid
true.
of. They'll get rid of employees before they will do that. If
That's
they
true.
were really in trouble, then they would might sell something off. But
It would not be the parks. Parks would be a last resort.
yeah,
No
Parks
pun
makes their,
intended.
what's
Yeah.
that, Voltaire?
I said no pun intended. The last resort part.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get it.
God knows how many other things. Think the world's biggest and kitschiest garage sale just to cover what they owe to Comcast. They will have to cancel a ton of projects. They will have to lay off even more employees. They will have to sell both physical and intellectual properties, most likely including Lucasfilm. Their executives will all.
Is his stuff pre-recorded too? He's just nodding in agreement.
these guys have no business sense. You don't know.
No, it's
Their
just funny
bonuses?
how
Yeah.
their point is. This is one of the things that made me laugh. Like Disney is in such financial dire straits. My goodness, they're ready to shut the doors.
No, of course they could be laying people off. That's what happens.
Yeah.
While the future is never certain, this has the potential to destroy Disney completely.
I
And
mean,
there's
Then you would have.
why is
No
he
one
acting
would
so
watch his channel.
concerned?
Why would he? What would he do?
He
with his
wants
channel?
he wants Disney to be destroyed. That's what he
No,
wants.
he doesn't.
Yes, he
This is
does.
very
No, he
grave news to
doesn't.
him. No,
Doomcock
they
wants
want to
be-
save pop culture. Don't you get it, Aaron?
No,
They're upset about it.
No, just saying that it's gonna be. But does he actually want? Do you think Doomcock actually wants Disney to go out of business?
Yes.
Do you think Geeks and Gamers and all the rest of the no? That's where most of their income comes, and then that's where the ad revenue comes on YouTube.
That's true. That's true.
So
Good
please,
point.
everybody, remember Doomcock's mission statement is it's for me to battle to save pop culture. He wants to save it. So
Doomcock
Stay
doesn't
angry,
want
friends.
He's a martyr for pop culture.
yes.
These anti-SJWs don't want Disney to actually go under. What would they talk about?
That's true.
Disney going
BC?
under.
They don't want Hollywood to go under because what else would they talk about?
God, you don't want them to
General.
get into that space, do you?
Yeah.
They would not.
One's bad enough. I mean, come on now.
They would lose their jobs if Disney was completely non-existent and they weren't making any movies or TV shows or theme parks. They would have nothing to talk about.
That's why you diversify. That's why you don't pigeonhole yourself into being a YouTuber.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have alternate revenues. Max, where's your TikTok channel, dude? Come on now.
I have
Can't
TikTok.
blame anybody but
TikTok.
yourself. Get out there,
TikTok,
diversify.
you have to be super
Okay, Boomer, come on now. Let's go.
big
I
to
have-
make anything.
I
I'm
have
not.
TikTok.
I'm not going on TikTok.
Breaking news.
No, there's not. Is there?
Yes.
What is it?
Now what?
Audience score for Transformers.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
100%.
Out of how many?
7
50.
view 7.
Fewer than
Fewer
50
50.
reviews.
It's gonna be higher than the critics. I just know it.
I'm sure they'd find something.
Paul,
All right. Netflix. They would go after Netflix next. That's what it would be. Yeah.
That's it.
I'll go after your mama.
Podcast isn't aware of this, unquote. And the reason for that is because current estimates put the worth of Disney's share in Hulu between $9 and $27 billion. And if all they have
Where's your
is $200
evidence?
million in liquid assets,
Show us evidence.
it's garage sale time at the Magic Kingdom. So, Cameron,
See?
I'm going to.
Well, I don't think it'd be hard to Google search some assets of Disney's.
No,
Let's
but when you describe stuff like this, they have 200 million this and this and then they're gonna have to sell this. Show us evidence. Show us proof.
Okay. All right. There.
If you're making a video claiming this, right? If you're making a video claiming this, shouldn't you show us proof?
Yeah, of course.
They have their sources.
It's more about the entertainment value than proof.
Exactly.
I'm gonna throw the ball to you,
It's
sir,
about preaching to the
because,
choir.
part of what Sparrow said, well,
All of
a
it.
chunk of what Sparrow said is in accordance.
Quarrel.
I mean, most of what Sparrow said is
All right,
important with
I'm
this,
out.
and it directly parallels.
Right. All right. Well, we're about to end soon. I was just going to say.
Can it be possible their sources check Sparrow?
I'll be back.
Sparrow?
Just relax.
Overlaps
Captain Jack.
and in some ways adds a little bit more information and some very specific information. All right, so for those of the viewers who don't know, Sparrow is a source that I have cultivated now for over almost a year, who is an employee of Lucasfilm / Disney. I have met with them. I have identified them. I know for a fact who they are, and I know why they're choosing to leak this information, which you could potentially put their job in trouble if they were ever, traced. And some people have questioned the veracity of this. All I can say is that Sparrow has been proven right so far, and since I know who they are, it's up to you to decide if I'm making this up or telling the truth.
Meaning he could very well be making it up. It's up to you to decide.
Okay.
See, you don't say that.
Well, to be fair, he very well could know someone at Disney.
Maybe.
But
No, he
Oz-
does know people in the writing. He apparently knows one of the lead
He only knows
writers
Jar
on,
Jar.
Miss Marvel and all that kind of thing.
Especially since he was in the industry, he very well could know.
He has some credits on IMDb, you know.
But what they're saying now about George Lucas, selling Lucasfilm. Now, if that's accurate, I will totally give him a W. That would be brown. That would be like a shock news in the entertainment industry. If Disney actually had to sell Lucasfilm, I doubt it. Heavily.
Yeah.
Like, who here thinks there's any possibility they're sending? I think that would be one of the last things they'd sell.
0.1%. I don't know.
If Disney was in such dire straits, what do you think they would sell Star Wars?
No,
Or
they would sell
something
ESPN.
else?
ESPN.
What's more likely?
Ooh.
They sell Star Wars or Snyderverse gets on Netflix?
Snyderverse on Netflix. Calling it. They're most likely.
He really did spoil it in the Flash.
They'll most likely sell ESPN.
Oh.
Then they'll most likely sell ESPN over Lucasfilm.
Well, don't bring it up.
I'm not, but that's just
Where did he spoil it?
his
I don't-
YouTube page.
I don't want to give him heat.
Where?
I don't want to see it, man. I don't
I'm
want to
just
see the
gonna
spoilers.
ignore it.
No, I want to see it. I don't care. Where did he do it? I want to see
Oh,
On his
don't
YouTube channel, I've heard.
Yeah, on his community tab.
Sorry, who
All right.
spoiled
That's
what? I missed that. I was reading something.
Sean Flash on his YouTube community.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Did he give a
choice.
warning?
No.
Okay. All right.
Because he hates the movie, so he doesn't.
No.
care.
All right. Let's be nice. He's a friend.
I
Let's
like him too. It's just
Let's move on and stay on topic, everyone. Okay, we're ending this last minute, and then we'll start wrapping up here.
I'm a professional screenwriter. My reputation on the line. This is the person that we're talking
Reputation was
about.
on the
And so, but I don't control when they reach out to me. That's my understanding. They reach out to me. We essentially have a backbone kind of situation. They reach out to me through a special line that we set up when they have something to say. And I got a call this afternoon. And I literally almost dropped the phone. I almost dropped the phone. I was so shocked, right? I hadn't seen the video. And so I'm just
I had the same reaction. Just to let you know, when I read this, I thought this is earth-shattering that they may have to sell Lucasfilm and Parks.
Phones
my
being
God,
dropped
they're desperate.
everywhere.
Lucasfilm and the parks. It's all because of DeSantis. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Earth shattering.
I remember there was a DeSantis under there.
I just had my phone dropped.
Hey, Perp, did you see it?
I don't want to
Please
talk
continue.
about
And
it.
so both those points
everyone.
were confirmed independently by Sparrow. And I put them on Patreon. And then literally seconds later, people were like, hey, Doomcock just posted a video saying exactly the same thing or very similar things. So I thought, oh my God. And so here we go. So, all right. So let me go through the points. There's several. There's about 4 major points that they said.
All right, we gotta
two
hear
which
it.
directly overlap with what you're saying. So the first one, I'm just going to read from the section of my Patreon that I put out there. And so I'm just going to get straight to business.
I mean, but he's putting his reputation on the line, but he hasn't really been screenwriting for years, and he's promoting his Patreon where this,
I mean,
that should be considered, really.
you associate with Doomcock. Of course, your reputation is on the line.
Yeah,
I mean,
my Patreon. Okay.
This is what Sparrow said. Bob Iger and Disney lawyers have begun discussing what the sale of Lucasfilm would look like, as they have identified a buyer, and they use a big B, right? A buyer who has expressed interest. So there's somebody who has. It's not theoretical. What they said to me is that because a couple of weeks back, Sparrow had heard that there was going to be some kind of special meeting between Disney Legal, Lucasfilm Legal, and Iger, and they didn't know what it was about. They thought maybe it's about the Acolyte, maybe it's about Leslie Headland, maybe it's about Kathleen Kennedy. They didn't know what it was about, right? Now they found out what it was about, and it's about this. It's about much bigger than that, apparently.
Well,
Right on.
I guess it is possible that they could consider selling Lucasfilm, but still, that would be.
George Lucas wants to buy it back, you know.
George
Max,
Lucas
Max
is
is
the thing.
entertaining it. That's funny.
No. Okay, I don't believe it, but I think it's possible they may consider doing it because
Is Kathleen
it's
Kennedy
not.
bias is showing.
No, it's not. It's not making as much money even on the Disney Plus. Like the views aren't crazy, and that could help them get out a lot of things. A lot of other issues.
Mhm.
But to say George Lucas, that's the part I was like, what? Like another big conglomerate company, maybe, you know?
Yes, George Lucas would need a partner to buy it back. You need
What do you mean?
this?
He has
What is-
$4 billion.
Yeah, but probably this is part. But this is
They're not
probably
going to
more
take
than
it.
$4
They're
billion.
not going to sell it at what they bought it. They
Yeah,
probably
Star Wars
double
is
it.
worth a lot more than
23
$4
billion.
Yeah,
23 billion it's worth.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
Discovered is the meeting was about Iger's like, I need you to draw up a plan for what selling Lucasfilm to this buyer would look like, right? And so it's not theoretical. It's we have a buyer, they've expressed interest. This is the buyer, and this is the economic situation. So come up to me with a proposal of how we could pull that off if we triggered it. I'm not saying it's triggered yet, you know, but say if we triggered it.
And
here's the thing. man.
and they just shut down
The hotel. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Star
hotel.
Wars is worth 70 billion.
I don't know.
Jeez.
No.
Oh, how much is Star Wars worth? Lucas, not
There's
just Star
no
Wars,
way.
but Lucas. You have to look up Lucas.
Okay.
It. This is what the meeting was. Show me how we could do it. Show me the structure of sale. And then now they said, based on, because they've now been privy to some of these conversations between these lawyers, they don't have access to all the information. I try to be as honest as possible. There's some things that are still confidential that they have not been able to find out. So they cannot identify the buyer definitely. But based on, you know,
Okay, so he's just taking a leap here, saying it's short.
Okay.
based
So
on
did
their
you know
interpretation of
that-
pause it?
How the
Disney-
hell do they have this information and not have the buyer?
Oh, he's going to get to the buyer. Trust me.
Disney bought Lucasfilm in October 30th, 2012 for basically $4 billion. It's probably at least more than twice as much as that now.
The sequel trilogy made more than that.
Yeah.
All right.
interpretation based on these conversations that they've now become privy to within the legal team. You know, the buyer could be a corporate entity. It could be a studio. Maybe it could be a Universal or a Sony. It could be that. However, Sparrow said, this is just their personal speculation based on the conversations as they have now entered into. Sparrow saying, I'm getting the impression this isn't a corporate entity. The conversations are giving the impression that the buyer is an individual, a person, one person, right?
Oh my
And
God.
that's when I nearly dropped the phone.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
And
Yes!
that's when he dropped the phone.
It's more likely that Elon Musk is buying Lucasfilm.
I would be so excited for that.
I'd love
No,
it.
no, but Elon Musk, he would. Yeah, that would actually be good.
Make the Star Wars galaxy great again.
Yes,
Not only, he's gonna really shoot it in space.
yes, he could.
And it's gonna have
Elon-
Tucker Carlson. It's gonna be amazing. You guys can't wait.
Oh, Tucker Carlson.
Oh, did you guys see his first video? It was actually pretty good.
No,
It was
No,
really
He's getting
good.
sued for that.
no.
Oh,
He's
God,
getting
it's gonna be
sued for
great.
that.
Well, yeah,
Fox is suing him.
well, yeah, they're all pissed off because he basically came out and told you that corporate media was like lying to you.
Well, they're saying he's
which-
breaching contract by
Yeah,
doing it.
listen. I agree with that
Yeah,
part of.
whatever.
I agree with that part of him. I just don't agree that he's not one of them too. That's the part he loses me.
Not
also
anymore,
lying.
bro. He got fired.
All
He
right,
got 64 million views, I think, for that.
but
video.
I like that me and Perp were on the same. Yeah, Elon Musk.
Because he said, the only person I can think of that would want and be able to and have a reason to buy Lucasfilm would be George Lucas.
The one who, the only person,
Oh,
the only person is the one that sold it to begin with.
You know, it's gonna be Rick McCallum, the producer from the prequels.
yeah.
I think it's Steven Spielberg.
Listen to Doomcock slap.
And
Well,
that's
hopefully
why
Jeff
He said,
Bezos buys it.
The
I
only
hope
person
it's
I can
Seth
think
Rogen.
of that would want and be able
Seth
to
Rogen.
and have a reason to buy Lucasfilm would be George Lucas himself.
He has a reason.
Which is
Which
something
would be-
I've been saying for 4 years would happen one day.
Yes, I've actually had a tip. I forget in which
Yeah.
video. I'll try to track it down, but I do remember speculation that George Lucas might be
Looking good,
interested in
Doomcock. Jesus.
buying Lucasfilm.
What's that?
I said, looking good. I haven't seen a video of his in a long time. Production
Yeah.
quality is better. I mean, geez.
That's a mistake, Brian.
back.
You're missing
And
out.
God knows, fans have talked about it endlessly.
I got
Like,
into an
oh my
argument
God,
with him one
wouldn't this-
time because he kept saying that like canon was derived from the creator and only from the creator. And I was like, that is the biggest horseshit I've ever heard of in my life. You talk about Star Trek. It ceased being canon after Gene Roddenberry left the show.
So wait,
according
were
to this
these
guy.
was this dispute in his YouTube comments or where
Yes,
was
this
it?
was
It was,
back.
this
Oh,
was a
geez, I wish I
walk-in.
had screenshots of that.
Were you the
that-
walk-in?
Was that a walk-in?
No.
Was that a walk-in?
I haven't watched him since I started watching Max.
I would love it if it's like what's that spin-off of Breaking Bad with the lawyer? If it's like he's
Better
got
Call
like
Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul, Better Call Cock at a strip mall.
Better tell cock.
Better tell Doomcock at a strip
Yeah.
mall. Like we're
Better.
right next to Better Call Saul. If I had a walk-in that told me George Lucas wants to buy Lucasfilm.
I want to do a
Walk-in,
walk-in
but
so
that was a
bad.
walk-in source.
Be the greatest thing ever if Disney went ahead and ran this into the ground, and basically George Lucas was able to swoop in, at a little bit of a discount, make himself a billion or two and buy it back. That would be fantastic.
And there is precedence. There's big precedence for it. There's Haim Saban, who sold Power Rangers to Disney. Disney to Disney.
Oh, that was a mistake. I said Disney. Okay.
For $5.2 billion. And then Disney shockingly mismanaged that franchise, drove it into the ground, didn't know what to do with it, and it lost all value. And then 10 years later, Haim Saban bought it back for $60 million. I mean, that's one hell of a discount.
Power Rangers not Star Wars.
Well,
bro.
when you're
Well, it is precedence.
No.
To be
No.
fair.
Well, yeah, it's true. But come on now.
drive it into a planet at warp 9, it tends to get it dinged up a bit, and that's exactly what Kennedy has done. And you almost just have to wonder, is George Lucas playing 4D chess when he put Kathleen-
Oh my
That was
God.
his ingenious money-making plan the whole time.
Was the creator of Jar Jar Binks playing 4D chess the whole
Yeah,
time?
he was playing 4D chess and he put Kathy in charge. I don't.
He's gonna pay
you know.
more money for then he's gonna pay more money for Lucasfilms than he sold it for. Like he lost money on it. He's gonna lose.
I don't need to hear any more of this video. George Lucas played 4D chess.
He
for
did.
to sell Star
He
Wars
really
and
did.
buy it back.
for more money than he got. Yeah,
He's gonna buy it at a discount. Bring it.
George
bring it
Lucas
from-
is a genius.
That's not how it works.
Yeah,
It makes
And now-
sense to me.
and now you're never getting Harrison back. Unfortunately, Carrie's no longer with us. Chewbacca's no longer with us. Mark Hamill
AI.
just came out and said he doesn't want to be Luke Skywalker anymore. Yeah,
AI.
this is exactly what was the plan for Lucas.
He had this
Absolutely.
plan since the prequels.
Yeah,
He had this plan. He made the prequels so everyone would hate him except for Disney.
George Lucas is a
And
flipper.
Disney would buy it.
he did
Yeah.
this just so he could get his reputation back.
He's a,
Oh,
he's
you
a-
think I can F up Star Wars? Let's give it to Disney and Kathy.
Hold my
And
It's
then
beer.
like
he'll-
that, it's like that
and then
Kevin
he'll
Costner
sell it
movie,
again.
Cascade. He's just he's wheeling.
I mean,
and
low
dealing,
key,
you know?
Max, you want
I-
this, don't
You know what? No,
I
guys,
dare
guys.
you to complain
Do
about
I
my
want George
screens.
Lucas to buy it back and start making Star Wars? No.
You know what's gonna happen?
No.
You know what's gonna happen? Is he's like a house flip.
But you want somebody
buy
else
it
to buy
back.
Star Wars?
He's gonna be like a
No.
house.
I
George
just
Lucas is
want
like a
someone else to take over at Lucasfilm.
George-
instead of Kathy.
George
I would be
Lucas is
happy
like
if like Bezos bought it. I would be very happy.
George Lucas is a house flipper guy. He's gonna buy Star Wars back and then sell it
Yeah.
again.
I mean,
Sell it to Tubi.
no, I don't want. I don't.
Tubi-
Who here would want George Lucas at his age in his family?
He doesn't
Like
wanna
they
do
don't
it.
show a lot. They show some interest in Star Wars. His daughter wrote some Clone Wars episodes. I actually have a source
George Lucas
It says
79 years
some-
old.
that says his jet Lucas is kind of out there a little bit, not to get in anything, so he's like not interested. So
What?
like kind of
His
quirky,
son.
yeah,
Oh.
quirky, and
I don't know
shows little
anything.
interest in continuing Star Wars. So if his family wanted to, but he's doing his thing. He's
Don't you?
oh
Don't you
man.
think? Don't you think he would have gave it to his family instead before selling it to Disney in the first place?
Well,
Pass it down.
Maybe.
I'm sure they weighed the options at that time.
He
Well,
wanted the
they're-
money.
Yeah. Maybe he wanted to give the money and give it to his family. His kids.
I do not want him to. That would be the last thing that I would want is George Lucas to get it back, because honestly, I think it would just sit there for a while until
It'd sit
someone,
there like it did before.
yeah,
Mhm.
because he doesn't want to waste. If he buys it back, do you think he's going to dump a bunch of money in to start producing stuff? That would
Yeah.
bankrupt him, and
Yeah.
in his children's inheritance.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
He'd
he
have
were
to
to,
hire. Is he going to fire all the executives, everyone?
yeah,
and then
this
rehire? Like,
debunks the whole thing. The reason he sold it is to continue and to do all these projects would have bankrupt him.
Yeah. Yeah, I
doesn't
don't
have
think that argument does debunk it, but I don't even think we needed that much. I mean,
Yeah, to
it's
buy
fine.
if he has the money to buy it back to actually start producing it.
Mhm.
If he was going to buy it back, he would sit on it for a while and
He
just
doesn't-
send it to his family as inheritance.
If he did buy it back, he only have a certain percentage of owning it because he would definitely need a partner because he probably doesn't he can't afford it because it's worth more than he sold it for now.
Well, all these productions cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Even if you had the money to buy it. Like if I had the money to buy a really expensive sports car, I don't have the money. If someone gave it to me, I wouldn't have the money to keep it running.
I agree with Degrassi right here. Okay. Even if he did, they would still complain about it. So,
oh yeah,
of course,
it doesn't matter.
I remember George Lucas, while he doesn't own it, doesn't run it, he has been on sets for the Star Wars, for Disney Star Wars, and he has.
They would still call it woke.
Yes.
And
all right, let's finish this up. This last minute here.
But I'm actually going to head out. But it was
right.
awesome
Have a
talking to
good
you
night,
guys.
man.
Later.
Have a good one,
Perp.
Perp.
Thank you, Perp. All right, this last minute here.
Black Kennedy in charge of the whole thing because he knew it would be a certain disaster. And this
Hey,
was all
he says he actually says he did that on purpose. He actually says that. I could write this. I could write Dumont Cox material here.
I don't know if you could be that creative, to be honest.
because it's half max. Good God.
Oh,
Listen to yourself. God damn.
Max, if you do write his content, make sure you get fair wages, paid and stuff.
Maybe you
I
should
don't
consider
believe-
taking a different
I-
direction with the channel.
That's chess. That's multiple dimensions and string theory beyond my ability to grasp. I don't think we're there. I think he was betrayed, but he may have had. I don't know the contracts. He may have had some clause of a right of first refusal if you ever want to sell it. He might have had that. That's not an implausible clause. He had that, right? And so, but again, people say that's impossible. Haim Saban did it. I don't know. Let's hypothetical that this buyer, there is a buyer circling. There is a buyer.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
but that movie sucked, bro. I mean, I just rewatched it. Like
What?
Power
Which
Rangers.